If you find my video useful, please subscribe. Thank you.
All right, now I'm going to show you how to change the front differential gear oil in a Arctic Cat Wildcat 700. So the things that you're going to need for this are a oil pan. You're going to need gear oil, specifically 80 weight 90, which is what this calls for. You do not need to buy the Arctic Cat. It'll be way overpriced. Just standard 80 weight 90 gear oil will work. I will use a 17 millimeter crow's wrench with a socket, and then you're going to need a 8 millimeter socket with different extensions, and I'll show you why. So if we come in from the front driver's side, here in the front differential, what you're going to see is your fill plug and your oil level plug. Okay, these both need to come out. This is a 17 millimeter, this is an 8 millimeter. And then on the other side is your actual drain plug. So let's go over to the passenger side. Okay, so if we come in here on the passenger side, from behind the wheel well, you'll see this bolt way down here, which is underneath this CV axle right there. So that is your drain plug, 8 millimeter for your front differential. So let's take that out and the other two bolts out to let this drain appropriately. And let's put our drain pan directly underneath that. So here is a 3/8 inch socket with a 17 millimeter crow's foot, and this is why I use this, because it is very tight to get into this drain bolt any other way, and this seems to work very well. So let's go ahead and break that loose. All right, so our drain bolt's out. Now let's take that overflow plug out. This is just an 8 millimeter. This one comes out pretty easy, much easier to access than that fill plug. Okay, so it's already flowing out, so I actually know that it was overfull, to be honest. So that overflow plug actually has a built-in O-ring, so we'll replace that O-ring as well. Looks like it's a 1/4 inch O-ring. All right, new 1/4 inch O-ring in place. All right, so now we're coming over to that passenger side, to that drain bolt with our 8 millimeter and long extension. We're getting that nice and loose as well. Take that out all the way and let this start to drain. Okay, so once you get that drain plug out, same thing, replace that O-ring with a 1/4 inch O-ring, and then check your magnet for any metal shavings. That's indicative of the gears grinding. Mine looks pretty good. Let's get that O-ring replaced. All right, once that's done draining, let's go ahead and get our bolt back in place here for the drain plug. Got that new O-ring on it. Sorry, this is kind of hard to film and reach in there at the same time. There we go. Sorry for the poor camera skills. All right, we'll get that tightened down with a ratchet. All right, throw a quick ratchet on there and get it tightened down appropriately. And again, there's that O-ring in the place, so you don't have to go too tight, you strip it. All right, that's nice and tight. Let's get it refilled. All right, so now we're ready to refill, and you need one of these pumps to do it. It makes it a lot easier. You can also get a fill tube, but this is like a transom pump for gear oil for an outboard. It works really easy. All right, so we have that fill tube in the hole. We'll go ahead and just slowly pump gear oil into that fill hole, and then we're just looking for it to run out of that overflow hole. All right, and there we see it coming out that overflow hole, so we'll stop pumping. That tells me that it's full. Yep, and then just confirming I did 2 more pumps and showing that it is overflowing, in fact. So let's go ahead and put in our overflow bolt with that new O-ring, and then we'll put in our fill hole bolt, and then we're done. All right, we got that overflow bolt tightened down, our fill bolt tightened down, and now we have completely changed the front differential gear oil.
If you find my video useful, please subscribe. Thank you.